My Monday morning has started off quite busy, and rightly so. I've done a few walks this morning, and I'm about to go on another walk, but just pick up something from the store. I've popped down to Sainsbury's this morning, and I didn't think I would be getting this, but I thought, okay, yes, it's been a very rushed morning, and I've been thinking of changing this bag. So I got this one from Primark, and it really doesn't bother me, but I've used it for quite some time. And as you can notice, the seam here is meant to be a seam, and it's come off. It's like a ceiling seam, so something similar to this. And you can see that's already coming off. It's not a huge deal. It's a runaround bag. It's in one bag. It takes almost everything I need. We've got tissue, we've got cards in there. The Oyster card, sweets, sunglasses, hand cream, earphones. What else? Another hand cream. I'm a hand cream collector. Either cheap or expensive, I don't really mind. A bit of mint. Who doesn't love mint? Yes, just the usual thing you will find in everyday handbag. And a bit of Vaseline that's been there for quite some time and is still useful. But yes, I just fancied something different. So ideally, as minimalists tend to say, you should have a rule of one in, one out. So when you get one item, if you make a purchase of one item, you simply just throw away one of the ones you already have so that you're not hoarding stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to apply to this one. I really like this bag. I like structured bags, but as you get older, you kind of, a bit of what used to be in you will always be there. So I loved this. I picked it from Primark so many months ago, more than a year actually. And I love the fact that if this doesn't go across the body, this will always be like that. And I like the shape, I like the size, and it's practical. I'm going to miss it, and it's also very it's soft. When it rains, I don't have to worry about anything getting in, but it has to go. It's time to go, darling, and we will be recycling that. Usually one should be able to give these to charity, but now I'm thinking it's that bad. I don't think, I know it's still useful and it could go to somebody, but I am sure with time, only a matter of time, this is going to come off and then it becomes useless. You can see I never bother vanity upon vanity, but this morning I've popped down to Sainsbury's to get something else, and I saw this bag, this one. This is absolutely beautiful, although I'm not drawn to anything animal print, but I thought this is not too much for me. It's great to bear. There was another design that didn't have this front bit, that simply just had pockets that you could dip your hand into. Actually, it was a merged pocket at the front, but I thought let's add a bit of flair. My washing machine is currently going off. That's because that's what you do on a Monday morning when you're working from home. You pop the laundry in. You can do a little bit of admin while you're working from home. The flexibility is uncanny. It's unmatched. I am eternally grateful. But back to the handbag. So I love this cushion effect. I think it's called cushion effect. The fact that it has this front pocket. I'm sure I can find, probably my mobile phone can go in there, but if I'm going to an area where I feel that it's not too safe, then maybe it will go in there. The zip is quite nice, very simplistic, no print, nothing special about it, and I love this buckle. So you can probably take that off, but then what's left of the bag, I guess if you take the handle off, then you probably want to carry it like a purse, which I don't think is for me. That's the essence of me carrying the bag, to make sure I don't feel like I'm carrying anything. So now we're going to unzip. Yes, I always feel the need to keep these packaging. I don't know, probably because I tend to sell stuff every now and again, and I'm always looking for something to pack them in. The inside, nothing special, absolutely plain. There is a zip in there, and you open that up. It's from Sainsbury's, and this costs £16, which is not bad at all. It's very practical. As you can see, if it rains, nothing is going to get in the bag. It zips right back up. Yes, nothing fancy, nothing special. I love that you can actually adjust this to fit your desire. So I feel it works. There's the length. You can actually make it longer, or if that's not your thing, just simply carry it short, and this is it. I like it. There isn't much to it. It's simplicity at its best. It's practical and nothing too fancy about it. It's just simple, everyday bag. On days when I need to do payroll, oh gosh, I really need a clear headspace, because you don't want to make a mistake that, one, results in a lot of queries, but ultimately that results in people not getting paid, right? So such days, I'm always so wary of myself. I always need to focus, and I believe that my power hour, which is my golden time when I feel the most productive, is between 10 and 12. So I tend to always try as much as possible to do payroll during that time. Or if it's a Monday morning like this, I tend to try as much as possible to cover the skeleton of it on Friday afternoon, if I have the clear headspace, before I jump into it on Monday. And I won't be having my one-to-one meeting today just because of that. In addition to that, I also need to complete my time log for my apprenticeship program. So that's very, very important. Oh, it's a thoughtful morning, but the walk has done me well. I'm eternally grateful. I remember when my school run used to be more than an hour to get to school. So I'd have to pack up my children. We have to leave home for 7 to be at school for 8:45 if we really want to make it. But now, school is not far. So the lesson of that story is, be grateful for whatever is going on in your life. I just realized I've got 49 emails in my inbox, which what I'm going to do is, without answering any of them, I'm just going to read through them and see if there's any that requires my attention. If not, they will be left until tomorrow. And that's a fact, because it gives me time to process what I need to process in terms of payroll. And then towards the end of the day, once this important and urgent task is out of the way, I'll then go into emails, reply and schedule my replies, so that people they'll get my response to their emails tomorrow morning before I start my day. And thinking about this payroll, there's a lesson I kind of think people don't learn. I think one of the greatest lessons in life is discipline. Or one of the greatest skills in life is discipline. We tend to show up to our 9 to 5, or even if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, or you're not a 9 to 5er, if you lack discipline, nothing will get done in life. Absolutely nothing. And I don't think people realize that. We have a lot of young people who are getting into the job force nowadays, and they don't get it. This discipline, I think part of it is what school tries to imbibe into us, because discipline is what will carry you on when there is no line manager, there are no directions being given to you, There is no micromanagement. There is no one breathing down your neck telling you or giving you instructions on how to do this, what to plan next, where next to go, how to grow yourself. Discipline is what makes you think for yourself. And I'm not sure it's very common, or it may be common, but maybe a lot of people are not thinking about it the way I'm thinking about it. Every month when I sit down to do this exercise, I do always think about it. If there was no one in the world to guide you, to tell you what to do, what would you do? I think that's the ultimate thing, because once you know what you should do, you would get up and do it. If you have no discipline, there will be no consistency. It's just the way it is. The lack of consistency means there is a lack of discipline. Yeah. We show up to work because we've been told this is your contract. You need to show up to work. If you don't show up to work, there's a reward at the end of it, or there is a repercussion at the end of it, or there is a penalty at the end of the pay. Your pay may get docked, or you just don't get paid. Then you cultivate that discipline because there is a reward for you turning up at work. But what happens when nobody tells you to turn up to work? Wouldn't you hold yourself accountable to that dream that you have, to that thought that you have, to those ideas that you have, to follow up on them? You don't know if money will come out of it. You don't know what satisfaction will come out of it, but you just have to get up and go anyway because you have the discipline within you. Anyway, before I ramble on, that's just part of my thoughts. A huge part of working in payroll or in HR is making sure that you have a very good relationship with people. If you don't have good relationship with people, please stay away from being a people professional. Knowing how to speak to people, how to respect people the way in which they need to be respected will take you a long way. If you've got zero, nada, nil interpersonal skills, just stay away from people, please, because life is hard enough already. You can't always come to them whenever it is the time that you just need something from them. You know, if your work depends on meeting deadlines, getting projects done or completed, and you need people to do these things, they need to move their bit in order for you to move the needle a bit. Well, you have to go and learn some skills on how to respect people, how to build practical professional relationships with people. You have to learn to be there with people. You know, a lot of roles nowadays are dependent on that skill, and I think you can't oversell it, you can't undersell it. It is what it is. It's just one of those things, which is why I think there are lots of roles that AI will probably replace, but there are also lots of roles that AI cannot replace. There are aspects of a role that can just not be done by a robot. My computer has shut down again. I guess not a problem. I'm just going to load the laundry and like keep it going. It's past 1 and yes, it's out for lunch. A lot of the times I try as much as possible to have a break away from the desk. If it's not laundry, then it's me having lunch. So, and also the afternoon part of the day, on a day like this, I would be ringing line managers up to try and get accurate information about their direct reports, just to ensure that, okay, I need to log if someone's been off sick and they've forgotten to log it onto the system. We would get that done. If anyone's been a no-show, we would also get that done. It's not too tedious. It's just that it's brain work. You don't want to miss anybody's pay. You don't want to pay them wrong. And while I'm sitting down here, I can just be thinking, what do I want to do tomorrow? What do I want to achieve this week? While I'm watching YouTube, of course. I watch a wide variety of content creators. It's amazing, but I think it just goes to show the kind of mind I have. I'm sure a lot of people do that too. But when you watch creators, do you just watch them for the sole purpose of entertainment, or do you watch and try to see where their heads at, what's motivating them? Do you listen to what they say? Does what they say resonate with you? Does it strike a chord with you? If cinematography is your thing, do you ever think, how are they putting this together? What are they trying to achieve? Or do you just watch people so for the next 15 minutes and nothing has come out of it and you just feel entertained? For me, I think I find it really difficult to just be entertained. I sit down constantly thinking what's behind this person's thought. That's how I watch content. That's how I consume content anyway, in my way. Back from lunch, and here we are again. So I just need to tidy up everything I need to do before I do the inputting. And I've got a few people who need to come back to me because they've just started. I need to ensure that the new contracts are signed, some of the induction documents are signed, and they serve as evidence. And then it goes off to the next person who will look through it before we then finalize what it is as payroll for the week. Oh, for the month rather. I just love her hair. She's got locks on and she's so beautiful. This is Ifeanyiwa on YouTube. I think her hair is just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, some people just have this inner glow that's just attracts you to them. And I guess that's the point of content creators, isn't it? You always find somebody that speaks to you. A free concert by Usher. If you can't get the ticket, just pop onto YouTube, watch the right people, and you'll be there experiencing the concert with them. This is Ifeanyiwa's channel again. I love watching these kind of stuff. Off to school pickup actually. It's such a nice weather today. It's probably the last day of summer. Probably. But you never can tell. Tomorrow might just be as warm as today. I think today is about 23, 25 degrees. Yeah, UK has a way of being like that in terms of weather. Someone called it an epileptic weather, and I couldn't agree more, really. So good. You see, the sun is beaming down. Not scorching, but beaming down. And it's warm enough for you to come out without a jacket. That's always nice. But I can say that I am looking forward to winter because, as somebody said to me, in winter, at least you can peel off the layers if you get warm. In summer, there is nothing to peel up. You can't peel off your own skin just so you can stay cool. So I think I'll take winter over summer. I'm looking forward to the crisps autumn mornings when you come out and it's just fresh. It's not cold, it's just fresh. Looking forward to it.